Hey everyone.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone.
You are loved.
You're loved.
You are loved.
You're loved.
You are loved.
Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome here.
You are welcomed here.
And you're welcome here.
And you are welcome here.
We're so glad you're here.
And welcome to Midnight Church. Welcome to Midnight Church.
Welcome to Midnight Church.
Welcome to Midnight Church.
Welcome to Midnight Church.
And welcome to Midnight Church.
God bless.
What up? What is up, Midnight Church? I'm gonna let everybody on TikTok join in pretty quick here. Give everybody a few minutes to tune in on the Tiki-Taki. We are live on Twitch and YouTube both at the same time, thanks to Streamlabs. Aleda wants to be a part of this, I guess, tonight. Yeah, girl. Poor girl's been locked away most of my day today. I've been busy with work and appointments and getting policies taken care of. Okay, into the lap you come. Ugh. Hey girl. Do you want to be a part of Midnight Church tonight? Lado wants to be a part of Midnight Church tonight. Girl, you're going to have to get out of my lap here in a minute. Uh-huh. You're going to have to get out for a second. Alright, baby. I gotta do Midnight Church. I gotta do Midnight Church. Hold on. Back up. Ugh, she is a wolf hybrid. She's part wolf, part German Shepherd. Mostly German Shepherd, obviously. It's actually illegal in the United States to own a wolf dog over 20%, something like that, without a actual license. So she is not over 20%, legally speaking. She's a very pretty girl, and I love her to death. She's not always the smartest wolf in the shed, but she gets it done. All right, everybody. First off, I just want to say, if this is your first time tuning in to Midnight Church or your 100th time, it doesn't matter to me. I'm grateful that you're here, that you're tuning in, that you're listening to me, that you're taking time out of your night to tune into this live stream and just hear what I have to say and listen to my words. It's humbling to know that someone is willing to do that and not scroll past me on TikTok, or to actually take the time to tune in live on Twitch or YouTube. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it, and you just being here means a lot to me, whether I know you or not. Midnight Church does have a Discord, so if any point you want to join that Discord in any point of this, please feel free to do that. It's in my TikTok bio if you want to join and chat with us, all the regular meters of Midnight Church, and we just lift each other up. That was the whole purpose of Midnight Church, was to create a community that lifts each other up, prays for one another, puts encouraging words into each other's lives on the daily basis. And yeah, so if you need some friends, join the Discord. I did this a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to do it again today. I was just flipping through my journal. This is my personal journal that I write in every now and then. I don't write in it daily. I usually just write in it when something's really heavy on my heart or on my mind, or I just need to let some stress or anxiety go. Writing really helps me, and so I come to this when I need it. And so I like that because everything I've written in here is super meaningful. It means a lot to me. This isn't like daily journaling. It's like I come to this when I need it, and it helps me. So I just want to kind of read a few things from here tonight and read a verse that I was flipping through and see if I can help spread some encouragement to every one of you, or just one of you. That's all that matters, honestly. So the verse I want to read, it's very short, very, very short. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5 simply says, "I will never fail you, and I will never abandon you. It's very short, but it's very to the point. God is never going to fail you, no matter what you believe. Whether you think he's not listening, you think he's not there, you think he's not working, he's never going to fail you. Whatever journey he started you on, he's going to finish. And it says, I will never abandon you. He's never left you in any of that either. You might think he's not there, he's not working, but he's standing there right next to you. Even if you can't see him, if you can't feel him, he doesn't send you on a journey he's not going to walk with you down as well. That journey may have a whole lot more ups and downs than you ever expected to. But he's going to be there. He's not going to let you go. He's not going to let you fail. And he's not going to let you fall. So, something I wrote after this, on a couple of pages after that verse, was a life lesson I was going through at the time, called Burn the Ships. Or at least that's what I titled it, was Burn the Ships. And a lot of you, maybe you've heard that song. It's a really great song, first off. If you've not heard it, you should definitely look it up, called Burn the Ships. It's a great vibe. Listen to it all the time. But I wrote, burn the ships, only look forward, and only move forward. There's a lot of times in life where you want to think on the past or look back at what you've been through. Maybe that's your hell, that's your struggle, whatever that may be. But there's a reason that a rear view mirror in a car is so small. And it's because what's in front of you is much more important than what's behind you. So I feel like a lot of us, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm not trying to sound like I don't do this at all. A lot of times it's really easy to be looking backwards a whole lot more than we're looking forwards. And looking to the past for advice, and looking to the past for proof to justify the way we're currently acting or speaking or whatever. And sometimes you just need a good reminder, or a slap in the face, or something to remind you that looking forward and moving forward is priority number one over everything. Your past doesn't matter. What happened yesterday doesn't matter. What you do with today matters. And what you let God do with today matters. God was there yesterday, whether you believe it or not, whether you felt it or not, whether you saw it or not. He was there yesterday, and he's with you today, and he's going to be with you tomorrow. But what you do today matters way more than what you did yesterday. I wrote after this, I said, I kind of wrote in my journal as like steps of things I needed to do. And number one was burn my ships, only look forward, only move forward. The terminology, I guess, to kind of explain further on why I wrote that, burn the ships. There was a famous war general, way back in the day. I honestly can't remember. It was like medieval times, and I don't even remember his name, but I remember always hearing the story, where when he was conquering something, he was conquering a country or an island or a people. When they arrived where they were going to battle, he literally burned their ships. He burnt them to the ground. And it was to make it clear to his army that he was leading that there's only one way to go home, and that's on the enemy ships. You're only making it home if we win this battle. If we don't win this battle, you're not making it home. And that was removing the rear view mirror. You can't look backwards. You can't think about running, because there's nothing to run to. I burnt your ships. Moving forward and looking forward is the only way to go. And so that's why that was titled like that. That was step one. Step two, I wrote, end your exile. Isolation is the devil's playground. Those who stand alone shall fall. And if you know a little bit of Roman history, Roman soldiers purposely they stood soldiers side by side. And, I'm sorry. If you know anything about Roman history and soldiers' armor, you'll hear a lot about the breastplate and the shin guards and the armor in the front, right? There's no armor on the back. So, you see these pictures of Roman soldiers and they've got the gold armor, right? They've got the big mask in their front, got the big breastplate and the rock metal hard abs, and everything in front of them is armored up. Well, there's no armor in the back. And maybe you ask, why is that? It forced the soldiers to fight back to back. So if you take two Roman soldiers and you put them back to back, now they're fully armored. But if they're alone, then they're completely exposed. It forced them to fight back to back. And your spiritual battle with whatever you're going through is no different than that itself. You need to end your exile. You don't need to do this alone. Whatever you're battling with, you need friends, you need community, you need people, you need accountability partners, whatever it is you need somebody. Don't think that you can do this on your own by yourself. It's not going to work out. And I'm not saying that in a condemning manner. I'm saying that in an experienced manner. I've been that guy, trying to pull myself out of a hole alone, by myself, on my own. And from experience of talking to people, a lot of people try to do that. I think everybody tries to do that, at least in the beginning, right? Because the hardest thing in this world to do is to go to somebody and confess that you're struggling, or weak, or you're not doing too hot, right? That's the hardest thing on this planet to do. Vulnerability is not easy. It is very difficult, and it takes a lot of strength. And I have the utmost respect for every single person that ever comes forward about something they're struggling with and shows that vulnerability. Utmost respect. It takes so much to do that. But it's a necessary step. It's a necessity. You need to do that. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be your best friend. It doesn't have to be your parents. It just needs to be somebody. Something I found was that a lot of people confess their battles, their struggles to complete strangers. The most open man in the world is a man alone at the bar. And it's simply due to the fact more people are more vulnerable with complete strangers. So I'm not saying you need to go get drunk at a bar with some strangers, but what I'm saying is maybe confessing to a stranger would be that first step for you. That first thing that pushes you forward and helps you kind of evolve into that vulnerability that's so necessary. And my last and final step I wrote, step 3. Embrace the end game. Embrace it. Embrace the struggle. Embrace your hardship. I think one of the best sayings that I always keep on repeat in my head is, you might as well laugh at life because none of us get out of this alive. It's so true. There's not a single person in history that hasn't died. We all die. None of us are making it out of this alive. It's one life. Laugh a little. Smile. And just embrace it. Maybe you can't see it now. While, if you're in the middle of your hurt, if you're in the middle of your pain, and you're in the middle of your struggle, maybe you can't see it now. But as a person who's now on the other side of all of that, of my own personal struggles and pain, I can laugh at it. I can smile at it. The fact that I get to feel pain, the fact that I get to struggle, that in itself is a blessing. I'm getting to experience life. I'm getting to experience hardship. It's It's hard to describe, especially to someone who might be in the middle of theirs right now. But just embrace it. Truly just find a way to convince yourself you're in love with it. Because one day, when you're out of it, you will be. You truly will be. I jotted a note and said, stay in it and trust the process. God will put you through. A righteous man falls many times, but he gets up each time. Have patience with yourself. God is a father, and he's simply teaching you how to walk. God is never going to sacrifice your calling for your comfort. Each and every one of us has a calling in our lives that God has meticulously built us for. And it can be incredibly hard to see, but it's there. And maybe God won't reveal it to you yet. Maybe he hasn't. But trust that there is one. There is a purpose. There is a calling. And much of life's pain and suffering can be explained by the fact that God is simply not going to sacrifice what he's called you to do or any little piece of it for comfort, for you having simply an easier life. If you were called to be this great leader, this great person in their community, this great helper and aid, he's not going to sacrifice a single minute of that calling by making your current life easier. He sees the bigger picture. And you can too if you open your eyes and embrace that fact. But as humans, it's hard. It's understandably hard. We don't see time like God sees time. A year to us is freaking forever. But to him, it's a blink of an eye. So it's understandably hard that we don't get it. But God is never going to sacrifice your calling for your comfort. And I honestly, my favorite thing that I wrote was that last part of me saying, God is a father. He's simply teaching you how to walk. Maybe if you have kids, you understand. But if you don't, when you first begin teaching a child how to walk, you might start with a walker or putting their hand on the couch or something, a brace, right? And the scariest thing to that child is you not holding their hand like they're used to, right? They're used to you holding their hand so that they can rely on your strength and your balance to walk. But eventually that kid has to learn how to let go and walk on their own. And you as a parent know that. You as a parent let go of their hand and know that they're going to be okay, but the child does not. And when you're first teaching your child to walk, you are never too far away from that child for if they fall that you can't catch them. You're always right there. The child might not be able to see you. You might be being quiet and the child can't hear you. You might be standing behind the child and the child can't see you. But when you're teaching a child how to walk, you are right there in case they fall. And they might not know it, but you do. Your walk with God is the same way. God is walking you through life. He's teaching you how to walk. He's teaching you how to navigate. And you might not see him, hear him, or know he's there. But he's never going to stand too far away that he can't catch you in case you fall. Trust in that. I love you guys. I'm going to stay live on TikTok, but Twitch and YouTube, I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. If you got any questions, throw them in the comments on the YouTube video, and I'll answer any question that you may have. Join the Discord and chat it up with us, okay? I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.